Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is Chris from My Home Health First. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. We're calling with a special promotion on the home warranty and appliance protection plan. So I just have a few questions to see if you qualify, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so first, are you the homeowner?
Yes.
And are you familiar with home warranties?
I think I heard of them before.
Okay, let me explain to you about home warranties. Home warranties help protect appliances and other parts of your home if they stop working. So hold on, just give me 1 second while I bring a warranty specialist on the line.
Okay.
How's your day going?
Well, I woke up this morning and I checked the obituary section of the newspaper and my name wasn't in there, so I'm grateful.
Thank you for calling First American Home Warranty.
Please stay on the line and I'll stay with you all the way, okay? Just
To
a
learn
moment
more
here.
about the privacy practices involving this call, press 9. Or stay on the line to speak to an agent.
It's going to take one more moment.
Okay. I look forward to staying on the line for
Thank you
the
for being
anus.
patient. Please stay on the line and we will be on shortly, okay?
Okay. I look forward to speaking with the anus.
Excuse me, I have got a customer on the line that would like to talk about the warranty and appliance protection plan. I'll let you take it from here. Thanks.
Hello.
Yes, hello. How you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay as well. Thank you so much for asking. This call may be recorded for training and quality purposes. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Robert Grinnell.
And Robert, thank you so much for your time. Do you mind if I explain who we are, what we do, and ask you a few questions about your home?
I don't mind. I look forward to answering questions.
All right. Well, thank you so much. In case we are to become disconnected, what is a good callback phone number for you just in case?
Oh, the one on the caller ID.
All right. I'm showing a 313-777-6563. Is it the best number for you?
Yes, I don't have my own phone number memorized yet because I left my son's phone plan. I stopped speaking with my son Joseph after I learned he was a liar and a thief and a phone scammer and he stole my drugs.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. There's a lot going on with that. All right, so in case we become disconnected, I can definitely give you a call back on that number. Now, one question, Robert, do you consent to receive automated marketing calls and texts from First American Home Warranty about our products at this number? Your consent is not a condition of any purchase, and data rates and messages may apply. Please answer yes or no.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Just to make sure I'm giving you the most accurate information about our home warranty programs, what property address will we be discussing today?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
Yes. What's the home address so I can go over pricing with you?
Oh, so the home address is 505 South Telegraph Road, Dearborn, Michigan, 48124.
Thank you so much. Now, this home, is it a single-family home, a condo, or townhome?
Oh, it's just a normal home. It's not a town or a condom.
Thank you so much. As far as the living space, do you know if it's under 4,000 square feet?
Yes, it's under 4,000 square feet.
Okay. And do you have a guest house on your property?
No, I hardly ever receive guests.
Okay, not a problem. Well, thank you so much for that information you provided me with. Have you ever had a home warranty before?
No, I didn't worry much about insurance when I was younger, because when I was younger, I spent all my money on alcohol and drugs and gambling and prostitutes, and it's only now that I'm older that I'm thinking about insurance.
I understand. Well, at least this way, you know, you can have coverage on your home as far as the inside items. And so what we do at First American, just kind of give you an idea. When it comes to items such as your air conditioning systems, your heating systems, you know, your kitchen appliances, water heater, those can be some pretty expensive repairs if they were to break down or malfunction. So our whole goal is to try to limit your out-of-pocket costs on those items. So we try to protect your budget. And if those items in your home were to break down or malfunction, we're going to repair the item if it can be repaired. And if it cannot be repaired, we would then replace that item for you with a new item of the same similar features, equivalent to what you have already.
I can definitely use something like that because I heat the house with a wood-burning stove, and it has this metal tube that goes to the chimney, and the chimney's getting filled with creosote, and I want to hire an orphan with a broom to clean the creosote out of the chimney, but then I got a visit from a social worker from Child Services who said something about child labor and illegal. So if you can help me with the creosote, I can definitely use help with cleaning the creosote out of my chimney.
Okay. Great information. Now, I want to make you aware, now, as far as that, so the only thing we would do would be like if you had the issue where if your stove stopped working, or if the air conditioning system stopped working, or if you had, you know, a plumbing issue, then we would like come out and repair those items or replace the items for you.
Oh, because I also use the wood-burning stove to cook on, so I use it for both heating the house and cooking.
Okay. All right. And let me make sure that I have your address correct on file. I have 505, you mentioned it was South Telegraph Road. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it's Dearborn, Michigan, 48124?
Yes.
Okay. So when I put in the information, and once you say it was a single family home, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me make sure I have this correct. Okay, I want to make sure I had this correct on the file. Okay. All right. So the different plans that we do have, they're pretty much covering, like I said, your most commonly used items in your home. So you mentioned the stove. We covered that. We also covered the refrigerator, washer and dryer, like your kitchen and laundry appliances, and the electrical and plumbing as well.
Well, I don't actually have a washer and dryer per se. Instead, I have this giant metal bucket and then this thing that looks like it has teeth that you rub the clothes against it. And the person who actually does the manual labor is my wife, but she's been sick lately, and heaven forbid, if my wife were to die, I would have no one to wash my clothes.
Okay. All right. So I do understand that Okay, so in this case, you don't have washer and dryer. Well, we can cover the refrigerator. Do you know, as far as the refrigerator, do you know if there's more than $3,500 if we had to replace it for you, the refrigerator?
Oh, well, I bought it years ago. It doesn't actually work on electricity. Instead, it's this big box, and every day I send my wife out to the store to buy ice cubes, and we put ice cubes in the ice box, and that's how we cool things. I think my late father bought it in 1935 during the Great Depression for $20, but I don't know how much that would be today after inflation.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let me ask you this question then. Now, so you don't have washer and dryer, and you say you have a wood stove. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What kind? Do you have a water heater? What kind of water heater do you have?
Oh, well, the water heater is, we have this kettle, and whenever we want to take a bath, we go outside to the well, we drop a bucket down the well, and then we use this crank to pull up the water, then we put the water in the kettle, and then we put the kettle on top of the wood-burning stove. I think my grandmother bought the kettle from a Sears and Roebuck catalog, I believe in 1927.
Okay. All right. So it kind of sounds like, so as far as the water heater, so it sounds like, is it, let's see, you may not even have that. Okay. All right. Not a problem. Okay. Let me just go over the electrical and see if the electrical coverage fits your home. So we cover like the electrical wiring. We cover your fuse, breaker, and panel boxes, your sockets and outlets and lighting fixtures, items like that. Or, you know, we cover different components like that. Do you have any ceiling fans in your home?
Oh, well, I just have a floor fan, but no ceiling fans.
Okay, no ceiling fans, okay. And what about your plumbing? Because we cover like plumbing leaks, so if your pipes, you know, were to leak on the inside of your home, we cover your toilets and stoppages. So what kind of plumbing do you have?
Well, we don't actually have plumbing. When we have to take a shit, we go to an outhouse in the backyard, and underneath the outhouse is this giant pit, but the pit is getting full of shit. So very soon, we're going to need someone to dig another hole in the backyard, and then we'll move the outhouse over that hole.
I'm sorry, so the phone was breaking up for a brief second. I didn't not catch that last part.
Yeah, so we don't actually have plumbing in the house. Instead, we have this outhouse, and the outhouse is on top of this very deep hole that someone dug in the backyard. But unfortunately, the hole is getting filled with shit now, and very soon we're going to have to dig another hole in the backyard and move the outhouse over that hole.
All right, so there's no plumbing. Okay, all right. Let me just ask you this question. Do you have a garage?
Well, it's not really a garage. It's more like a small barn that we used to keep the horse and buggy in. Unfortunately, the horse got hoof and mouth disease a few years ago, and I had to shoot him in the head.
It's very unfortunate. Okay. All right. So it looks like, okay, so there's a few things that it looks like you do not have for coverage. But let me just kind of just go over what we can cover for you. Okay, so in this case, there's no plumbing, not really a water heater. You have the wood stove. And actually doing the research now, it looks like the pellet and wood stove, we actually do not cover those.
Oh, that's a shame, because the wood stove has kept me warm for decades and decades and decades.
Yes, sir. And you mentioned this is the same original one from a long time ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, those I haven't really heard too many times where those were to break down. They're not as prone for breakdowns as normally an electrical stove would be or a gas stove. So they do last for quite some time. We only just cover like the glass or electric or gas stove. So we don't cover the wood stove. So this one of the few times where it seems like what you do have, what you don't have, you have most of the things that if we could cover, you don't have those items. And then the one thing that you do have, which is a wooden stove, we don't cover because you don't have plumbing or water heater in those other items. So this is one of the few times where it appears that maybe the home warranty in this case would not be a good option or an option for you because there's a lot of things you just really don't have.
Oh.
What do you normally do? And it sounds like a quick question. So, what do you normally do if you've had any breakdowns in the past? Have you normally just called someone out to look at it, or what have you normally done with that?
Well, very often when the chimney got filled with creosote, I was able to pay an orphan maybe a nickel or maybe even a dime to go in the chimney with a broom and clean out the creosote. But it's hardly possible to get these whippersnappers to work anymore. They spend all their time playing something called an Xbox and smoking marijuana all day.
I understand that. Okay, well, like I said, in this case, it looks like I said, a lot of the things that we do have for warranty to cover, it seems like you really don't have too many of those items as well. Like I said, so in this case, it wouldn't be good to pay for something that you do not have. So I would say in a case like this is something that, is one of the rare times where I don't see how this will benefit you for your home because you just don't have the items. But in the future, if you was able to get, like a water heater or get inside plumbing in your home, or if you was able to get the appliances in your home, this is something that you definitely want to have in case there are breakdowns. But at this moment, pretty much the things that we do cover, you do not have.
Yeah, if my wife ends up dying, I'll have no one to do the dishes anymore, and no one to clean my clothes anymore. So then I'll probably have to get some appliances.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and save this information in the system. May I please ask you, just so I can have the correct information, could you please spell me the first and last name?
My first name is Robert, so it's spelled R as in Romeo, O as in Oscar, B as in Bravo, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, T as in Tango. My last name is spelled Grinnell, so G as in Golf, R as in Romeo, I as in India, N as in November, N as in November, E as in Echo, L as in Lima, L as in Lima.
All right. Let me make sure I have this correct. First name Robert, R-O-B-E-R-T. Your last name Grinnell, G-R-I-N-N-E-L-L.
Yes.
Perfect. All right, Mr. Grinnell, I went ahead and saved this information in the system for future reference. If somehow you did get those items in your home, then we can definitely cover them for you. But at this time, it just seems that the things that we do cover, you just do not have. So I'm going to still go ahead and save this information, just in case in the future, if you did get those items, they were to break down, we can definitely cover those for you, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid I was born poor, and I'm going to die poor. I've been living like this ever since the Roosevelt administration.
Wow, that's a long time. Like I said, I hope everything does get better for you. Like I said, I went ahead and saved this information, Mr. Grinnell. So in the future, if anything changes, we're able to get those items. definitely just give us a call, and we can definitely cover those items for you. And I want to say you have the rest of a wonderful day and a great weekend. And thank you so much, Mr. Grinnell, for inquiring First American.
Okay. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.